All right, Jim, tell me what you're feeling right now, painting the blue line for the Monarchs.
It's exciting seeing the arena from this vantage point. I'm usually behind the glass trying to work my way onto the ice.
And from this point, do you know where your seats are?
Yes. See the players' tunnel?
Yep.
Very first row, right behind the glass, the first 4 seats to the right.
Excellent, excellent. Now, why do you think you're the Monarchs' #1 fan, at least for this day?
For this day, well, Max is probably too busy, and I would like to think that I come in here with a great attitude, win or lose. I have the best time sitting in these stands, root for my Monarchs. I've never had a bad time here. And it's something I do with my family, and we've been doing it for many, many years. It's a great activity for all of us.
What's the best part of being a Monarchs fan?
Is there a bad part about being a Monarchs fan? When you're in these stands with 8,000-9,000 screaming people all blazing in purple and screaming and yelling, how can you not get enthusiastic about that?
And what are some ways you show your dedication to our team?
Well, if you could see my attic, you would understand. I have about 50 jerseys up there that I've purchased over the past 8 years. Man, a lot of the guys aren't with us anymore, but I still wear them on Fridays and Saturday nights or any other game night.
Any all-time favorite players?
You know, it's really funny. I usually pick a couple guys every year that I really like. I used to be a goaltender when I was really young, so I tend to lean towards the goalies. But one of my all-time favorites was Danny Taylor. He was here a few years ago. I didn't know him at all, but one night he came off the ice. He wasn't starting that night, and he was having a hard time getting his blocker off his hand. So I just reached out my hand and I grabbed it from him. Well, next thing I know, he's taking his helmet off his head and handing it to me too, and it became a tradition. Any night he didn't start, he'd come over and give me his blocker and his mask. And we'd have a quick chat for a couple of minutes and he'd go about his business. So I would have to say it was him, but I've had a really good relationship with most of the goaltenders, especially the backups, because they're right in front of me. So they'd be smashing their blocker on the glass and scaring me half to death. But it was always fun. I miss them when they go to LA or move on to somewhere else. But I got to go out and see Bernier and Quick last year out in Los Angeles, which was really cool. They both remembered me.
All right, Mike's going to give you some directions now.
Okay, what are we doing, Mike?
Nope, I just wanted to get right over here by you. I just don't want you to paint on that chart.
Oh, okay, right okay, gotcha. Squeeze out another here to finish the part.
There you go. See, that's the way we do it. You don't want to run out of blue paint.
Right.
There you go. I'll grab this and bring it up over the line for you.
Jim, would you say that your moment with Danny Taylor and helping him with his equipment is your favorite moment, or do you have another one?
That was probably the highlight. You know, because I didn't know him, he didn't know me. I know that equipment is very expensive, and to trust somebody he didn't know and just hand over his equipment like that, I thought was a really neat gesture on his part. And we became really good friends, and I still talk to him now on Facebook, and he's over in Germany. So it's you know, it's a continuing thing, and that's what I like about the Monarchs players is they don't stop the friendliness just because they are no longer in Manchester. It continues. They develop that bond that I just think is very, very cool.
And what was their reaction when you went out to LA and they saw you in the stands at practice?
Well, I can't tell you exactly what they said, but it was basically, what are you doing out here? And I said I came 3,000 miles to see my Monarchs players on the Kings. Westy was probably the best. When he saw me, he first walked out into the Toyota Center. He was the first one on the ice, and I started screaming, Westy. And, you know, he was looking. He probably gets that all the time. He started skating a little closer and a little closer. When he saw me, the face, he smiled like he just won the lottery. And he says, Jim, what are you doing here? We're here to see you guys, man. And he was just so happy. And then we met him outside after the practice, and it was just so cool. He gave me a stick, which is still currently being held hostage in Los Angeles until I go back in March.
Hostage by who?
We have a couple of friends of ours, really friends of my daughter. So we call them our California daughters. And they decided that, well, Papa G, we're not going to give you your stick until you come back out in March again, and then we'll give it to you.
Nice.
So that's our incentive. We're going back out again in March. Going to see 3 more Kings games, a couple of Ontario Reign games, and then visit Hollywood for a while.
Excellent. Now, Jim, what does it mean to you to have this opportunity to kind of put your mark on the ice that the guys play on every night?
Wow. Where to even start? You know, I know these guys work hard behind the scenes, and it's things that we never see as fans because we're not allowed the access to this. But it's going to be really cool because I'll be able to sit in my seat, and here's my blue line. I did that, and with Mike's assistance.
Well, we appreciate all that you do for the Monarchs, and congratulations again for being our contest winner.
Well, thank you very much. I hope I can do the honor well.